Hello, welcome. Let's start.
Hello, YouTube, and wherever else this may be shown. Welcome to a playthrough of Osiris New Dawn. It's still in early access. You can see the version down here, 0.1.180. And we'll be running through single player. So hopefully this... I have been playing it a little bit before, testing out a few things, but we'll start a new character. So there are 4 classes, as you can see. The only difference that I can tell is that they have varying point distributions. So to make my life a bit easier, we'll probably go scientist, because you get given a whole lot of science points. And from my previous experience, engineering points, they are very, very common, very easy to get. Science points are the next easiest to get, in my opinion, and then come the combat points. But let's do the scientist character. And this is just a bit of customization. It doesn't really have an effect on anything. And let's go for something. Let's just keep the browns. All this stuff is up to your own preference. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so the stat which really helps the most early on is your strength, because your strength determines how much you can hold in your inventory. So the more strength the better. Each of these can be maxed out to 25 points. The next stat, which is probably important, is your speed, then your health, and, well, speed, then your stamina. Your stamina helps determine how long you can run for. But we want health, strength, speed, stamina, health last, because we can heal up quite easily. So we've got 5 strength, let's put another one into speed. And again, those skill points, they accumulate quite quickly as well. Well, fairly quickly, not as quickly as these skill points. As you can see, there's 3 main branches with sub-branches on each one. Irrespective of that, for each branch, you have to grab these 3. So you need the flare, the chisel, and the stone axe. From here, we do want the shovel, and we do want the conduit bender, though we can't get that at the moment, but we can get a depository. So again, as I said before, the engineering points accumulate very quickly, so that's not a problem. Actually, we'll clear that. Because the engineering points accumulate so quickly, let's just do depository. And on the science side of things, we definitely need a forge. So, and we definitely need 2 main branches two sub branches. So we want to research this sub branch here up to. We can get the Nomad Living, which is an inflatable dome. But we do want this, a fabrication, which allows us to, once we get the habitat, which is here, to build a fabrication plant inside the habitat. The importance of that is a fabrication plant allows us to build a lot more complex items. From here, though, we also want to get to agriculture so we can grow our own food. And basically that means health and nutrition which I'll show you later, is no longer a problem. But in order to get to the agriculture, we need to go up this branch. So let's just work on these. So chem station, yes. We want the small solar panel for the time being. 27 points. So we want the 3D printer. So there is a chemistry table here. We do want to actually get to shield generation. And crab mechanization is a lot of fun, so we can get that later too. Chemistry table we don't need at the moment, only because we have a chem station, which is an outdoor chemistry table. Chemistry table is great for once we get a habitat, so that one is temporary. We can do that later. The climate control, oxygen filtration, water reclamation, we need those three to get to the dome, but we also need those three so the habitat can help rejuvenate some of our stats later on. So that's all good. Now we also need, in the combat tree, in the combat branch, we need the furnace and the workbench. Because the furnace is the precursor to the forge. So before we can build a forge, we need to build a furnace. So when we do our harvesting of minerals, we chuck them in the furnace, they create ingots. Those ingots we can then use to build various items, including the forge. The workbench we want because the workbench will allow us, once we've researched it, to build this little beauty. The conduit bender, which is my go-to weapon of choice and my go-to mining tool of choice. So it mines very well and packs a punch. So it's a good all-round close combat melee weapon and mining tool. And they're fairly cheap to make as well. So yeah, just a good all-round tool to use. Name, assign a name. What do the random ones show us? Children, yeah. None of these names actually matter, by the way. How about just a general name? Okay, let's just start with normal. Let's just do a normal. I haven't actually been through the entire spectrum of the game or anything like that yet. So there will come a point where I'll be going, this is as far as I've gone. Everything beyond here is just you'll be experiencing as I experience it, basically. So let's get started. I did find this loading time takes a while. Once it hits past 13%, or is it 14%? It does load a lot faster, but this universe creation stuff, or the universe loading, takes the most time. So it'll just sit there for a bit, it'll have a bit of a think, and then zoom, shoot through all the other loading. So, yeah. Having said that, it is quite a nice loading interface. I do quite like that effect. Okay, let's get started. We are stuck in our pod. Okay, we've got to patch ourselves up. Easy done. We got some bandages, so we can fix up our health. So you can see down the bottom there, I can't actually point to it at the moment, but you've got your degrees Celsius, which is your suit and environment temperatures. You've got your PSI, which is your suit pressure. So that pretty much stays around there when you're on the surface. I haven't really seen it change. I've not been into space yet or anything like that. Hydration and nutrition is the next one. So hydration is the outer ring, nutrition is the inner ring, and you have to make sure that they're both good to remain healthy, I suppose. And then the last one is your health condition and your suit condition. So health is taken when you're attacked, and your suit can also get damaged depending on the alien as well. Let's try and exit the pod. Oh, we need to smash this thing open. So we're getting some combat points. Now we can exit the pod, which is great. And start collecting things. So we can gather items. So basically all we're doing now is scavenging the crashed pod, because it's now completely useless except for parts. I'll just hit F2 and we can bring up our inventory. So you can see up here we've got 100 kilo capacity. If I up my strength 1, you can see it goes up to 104. So by the end of it you can hold a lot of stuff. Let's go one more strength. So you can hold 108 kilos now, which should come in handy having to pick up all this stuff. And I want that guy to... oh, hang on. So, what I did find recently, you bring up your multi-tool, which is the one, and it brings up an alternate menu. Now, this thing has skills. So what we want to do is make this thing a bit more efficient. So let's make the batteries more efficient. I need one more. Okay. Ability to mine, we don't need that yet. Repair, we don't need that yet. Machine gun, we do want. So that way it will be able to have a bit more efficient battery and shoot stuff. So, great. Let's do that. Oxygen tanks. I haven't needed to use those at the moment because I haven't been into space, but from what I hear is that in space you need to replenish your oxygen using those tanks. What am I doing there? What is that? Is that a view bob? I don't like view bob. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Ah, much better. Oh, it looks like I can maybe get away with getting that. Yep. So yeah, they will show up because they get attracted to the noise of someone mining or just ow, making noise. Sorry, my son is 17 months, nearly 18 months old, and he's what? And he's pulling on my chair. Yes. Oh, now he's pulling my arm. Do you want to watch me play? Alright. Up you go. He's on my lap. Come on. Watch Daddy. Make a hash of this game. Pretty sure that's all you need to get from that one. I don't think there's anything left to get from that one. We really should be picking up all this stuff. Meat stew. Meat stew is good because it actually, you can see there, restores some nutrition, health, and quench. So it's good for your hydration. Harry, he's reaching for my microphone. Can you say hello? No, you just want to grab it. They do say never work with kids. Oh, I haven't finished collecting from the pod. Yeah. We need everything. We need all those scraps. Because we will run out quite quickly of all that stuff. What are you pressing? He likes the keyboard because it's got glowy letters on it. Ah, that's what you pressed. You pressed zero. Okay, I'm just pulling myself away from the desk so we can't reach things. Except he likes to lean in further than that. Oh well. No, don't. Okay. Sorry. He's just pushing things around. Okay. Oh, he's wandered off. He's going to go see what Elmo's up to. Okay, so you can see on the left there's missions. If I hit F4, you can see the missions and what we've completed already. So we've patched up our suit, bandaged ourselves up, got in and out of the pod, salvaged the crash site. So making landfall basically means get off the sand over here. So picking up these rocks gives you a little bit of combat bonus, which is nice. Oh, I've got stat points to use. Let's up that again. Let's up our speed as well, just for now. We still have a lot of science, so if I get F5, let's build. Oh, this only needs 4. That needs 10. That needs 14. So the sooner we get through all these, the better. So we'll just hang on to our points for now. While I work out where we are. So if I load up my map, I can actually see where we are. And those blue dots signify resource deposits where I can mine and pick them up. There should be some red ones somewhere. But by the looks of this map, there's not much out that way. So we should be heading roughly that direction, maybe even that direction, actually. There's a big cluster up there. So if we head up that direction, we may find some better resources. Those ones there are a real pain. Let's not go towards them. But we do have a bit more stuff we can carry, so let's just pick up some items while we're here. So these are just base minerals. That chisel's really slow. Let's switch over to the pickaxe. There we go. Much better. So we can actually use the chisel as a weapon, but you can see the damage is only 3 plus or minus 1. If you look at the pickaxe, which does the same thing as the chisel, 8 plus or minus 2. So that's better. So the conduit bender we're going to be making later on does 20 plus or minus 3 from memory. Okay, we made landfall. Nice little lens flare. Okay, running. Ooh, running. Okay, yeah, that's gotta watch out for that. He's grouchy. Okay, where are we going? So yeah, he pops up from time to time. So you can see when I pick up or hit an item, I get points. So that one adds science. So this is like a banana tree type thing. I also get science out of that, which is nice. Thought I just saw. It is. There's a crashed satellite. So satellites are not your regular um, they're not your regular debris crash item. So other crash items like you'll see later on, it looks like an escape pod. They actually respawn, whereas satellites are different. Satellites they come and they go, and if you don't get them, then you miss out on extra goodies. So that was awesome. I just picked up some data disks, solar panels, battery, circuit boards. So I can actually manufacture that stuff later on, but it's how many data disks did I get? Wow, 231.25. That's a different one. 38521, 38521, and 85147. Okay, so each of those I need to use. Well, I need to get a computer to unlock it. Oh, I got some more points over here. Let's just put that in there. Oh, I forgot the nose cone. Oh, another 38521. 85147, 85147, 38521. So it's okay getting duplicates, especially if you don't do the puzzles, because each one of those, it's like you have to rearrange tiles on a set board and make it form a line from the beginning point to the end point. So that satellite dish, this crashed satellite, now that I've got all its bits after the day cycles, so we have a soul count here. Once that refreshes to the next day, generally all your resources respawn, but your satellite doesn't. You gotta be lucky and find another crashed satellite if you want to get those little goodies from it. Okay, I'll get some more blue trees here. Yep. Sometimes the hitbox on this thing. There we go. I haven't found a use for the urchin shell yet, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Now, I thought I saw an alien over here somewhere. Where'd he go? Where are you? Oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Okay. Let's aggro. Oh yeah, with your gun, don't just reload willy-nilly like you would in other games, because any ammo you don't use out of a clip, you don't actually recover. You actually lose it. Okay, so that was some combat points we hopefully got. Not much, see, it doesn't build up very quickly. That's fine. There'll be lots more combat later. Okay, so it is getting dark. Oh wait, I think I picked up a unit, a mod for the suit. So what's this? Booster. Beard attachment. Improve astronauts hover height, hover fuel recharge, cost of duration. Okay, we'll just use it for now. You can see here, we're already up to 104 kilos in our inventory. You know, if we didn't update our strength points, we would have been encumbered by now. Let's keep going this way. Yep. So you can see these red dots. These are actually rarer metals and minerals. So we have here a ooh, that's nice. Didn't realize I had bioluminescence like that at night time. Okay, it's a red berry tree, and collecting red berries is just as simple as hitting the damn thing and letting the red berries drop on the floor, and you have to pick them up. But every time you hit the tree, you get some science points. So those science points will accumulate, and now I'm already up to 11. But yeah, there's a limited amount of times you can hit the tree before it goes. You know, can't do it anymore. But let's see, 12 points already. Oh, no more viable resources. Now, there's a bunch of berries that dropped. So the berries you can actually eat, and they'll give you some nutrition. Not hydration though, so we've got to be careful there. But we have water, so we can stay hydrated. Now, staying out at night, what I'm doing right now, is actually not a good idea, because different things come out at night. Bigger aliens that actually can do some harm. So let's get to a good location as soon as possible. Alternatively, we can just go up high on a hill where the aliens can't reach us and camp the night. I'll just check the settings. No, that's fine. So because it gets cold at night, ice forms on your helmet. So you can just see the ice crystals forming. There's nothing you can do about it. Even though it says it's 15 degrees Celsius, which is above freezing temperature. That's a cool autumn day where I'm living. But according to this game, that constitutes formation of ice crystals, which on our planet at least would not happen. So while we're here, let's just look. So we've got some rare stuff here, but there's a bigger cluster over there. So it might be worth going over there. Maybe up there? Yeah. Alright, so I've got three charges left on my gun. So basically my gun is next to useless. So what I'll do is swap it out, put the knife in. The knife does a little bit more damage than the pickaxe, so we can always quick swap to it. We've got some minerals we can smelt once we get a furnace going. We have 2 small solar panel kits, which will come in very handy because let's go to the tech tree. So the chem station here and the 3D printer here, and they both require power, so we've got to work on that. So we do have some more science points. We do want to get down to the conduit vendor, so 6, 9, 15. So we need 15 science points. Already up to 12. So getting 3 more won't be too difficult. So let's go for the shovel. So the shovel allows you to dig in, collect dirt, collect sand, and then with the sand we can then make glass. So we'll need glass for construction of other things. Oh, good morning. I feel much safer now. What's this area? Okay. Huh. Ow. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, good. Where were we? Oh yeah, we were looking for a good place to set up the base. Oh, even the knife works. There you go. There's a parasite over there. I think the parasites are worse than the other aliens, because they move real quick and they're hard to catch. That thing scared me for a second. Actually, let's open up his stats. He needs 6. Okay. So he needs 6. I need to actually get 10 more. So apart from worms, there's also occasionally, it's a nice flat area. There's also occasionally meteorites falling from the sky and causing all sorts of damage. This actually looks like quite a nice little spot. Okay, so if we press tab, we can bring up our general menu. But you can see there's shortcuts to each section. So what I want to do is build. Actually, let's just go back. What are our missions? Build a furnace. Toggle camera's perspective. By pressing... Oh. Hit V. There we go, mission complete. I'm covered in dust. So we do need to build a furnace. But we should also build a place that's safe to hide at night time. So by that I mean we need to build one of these. It's a debris hut. Keeps us safe from all sorts of nasties. Let's try... I'm like, why can't I build this? Because there's a rock there, and the rocks respawn. Yes, you heard that right. The rocks respawn. Let's just go there. But that's good. If it respawns, I can pick it up. And that means I get combat points. Which is always good. Now that I'm here, if I activate, this is now my respawn point. So instead of the crash site, where we've walked a long way away from, this is now my respawn. Okay, so we've built that. Let's build lots of stuff. We need a furnace. Because we do. Come on. So the furnace we use to smelt stuff. So we've got a whole lot of aluminium. A whole bunch of iron. Gold, magnesium. So there's 3 slots on there. We can actually queue these up while we're waiting. And any alien meat that we collect, we can actually grill and eat. But we won't be doing that because we can actually use some of these bits and pieces later on. Oh, we got a crab eye, cool. To build our mecha crab, but that won't be for a while yet. As you can see, I just collected what was in the furnace, and my engineering points just shot up to 12 from 4, 13. So, yes, just collecting minerals and smelting them, you will get points. So, don't worry about draining all your engineering or putting them into wrong spots early on, because as soon as you start doing this and you have to do this, you'll get points. So let's put them into... Can we afford? Yes, we can afford our conduit bender now. Hooray! We can even afford the airlock. Can we? No, we've only got 6. But that's fine, because we can actually improve the battery lifespan of our little assistant, who's actually quite annoying. So just stay there. Oh, we're up. We got some more points. Our speed was quite good. We were able to run away from that worm. I would like more stamina, but let's up another strength point. Okay. So the next thing I want to build, the next thing we have to build in our missions is a depository. But yeah, let's just build that one. So I really like building things close to the entrance of the base, only because I can sit in here, I can hide, and I don't have to... I don't have to go far to put things into it. So, gun's useless for now. Don't need that, don't need that. Don't need a flare to alert others to your presence, because it's a single player game. We can't decrypt these data disks, so we'll put them in storage. We don't need the oxygen tanks yet, the wire or the circuit boards, the solar panels we don't need. Don't need to, oh, hang on to the debris. We don't need the rocks. We don't need to hang on to any of the bugs that we've shot. Don't need those. Put those in a safe place, and we'll sort the list out. So automatically we've already got 173 kilos worth of space available. Let's sort ourselves out there. And we can also put the ingots and stuff in there too. So let's build next a workbench, because this allows us to build some basic tools. It's not actually that useful after a while, so we'll just put it out of the way. But we want to get to here. We want the conduit bender, so we need 2 pipes, some steel and some rubber. So I can build 2 pipes, and the steel and the rubber goes over here. And while that's cooking, we can have a look around, see what's available to harvest. So we've got some base material, oops, some nice plutonium. So you'll see that there's a big shiny rock over there. That's a pure aluminium rock. So if you want to try and get a varied amount of different minerals, you go for these brown ones, which give you a nice general mix of things. So yeah, the habitat I think we'll build out here somewhere. So I'm just holding the left mouse button down, and that, so you don't need to go click, 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 click. You just hold it down, and it does it for you, which is fantastic. Hooray, we got some more engineering points. That might take a while. So again, already it's very quick. our items into there. We don't need to hold 2 water canisters, we just need 1 in case we get thirsty. But this meat stew actually will help regenerate our hydration, so we can actually eat one of those. It does quite a bit, so that's not too bad. That does nutrition and health, doesn't do hydration. Okay, let's have a look at, oh that's right, I needed the rubber and the steel to build our first conduit bender. Okay, well that's building. We can put whatever's left back into storage. And we're nearly there. This thing's quite slow, but you can see the damage. 20 plus or minus 3 with a 5% critical hit. That one's a 50% critical hit, so not too bad, but well, that one's also 50% critical hit, but just the sheer amount of damage this thing does. So I'm not going to use that now, so I'll put that there. I probably am not even going to use the knife, to tell you the truth. And we'll put the water, yeah, we'll put the water down there. Stay. I haven't checked our combat in a while. We're up to 4. We need 8. Or we could go down that way. We can later on. I want to get to turrets. That's my general position on that. I like to try and get the turrets. So yeah, a lot of grinding, a lot of harvesting. Ooh, there's a thing up there. Yeah, let's go. Ooh, ow, ow. You little. There's another one. Oh, there he is. Come back here. One hit kill. So we're actually not too bad. I mean, like, health-wise, we're not on full health, but, you know, it doesn't really matter at this point. Oh, dust storm. Has no effect on us. Just visibility. And what I've actually also found is that running is easier in third person. Oh, big urchin. seems to be a bit more responsive running in third person. But when it comes to this stuff, back to first person. Okay, so these ones, as I was saying before, these ones respawn exactly where they are, and they replenish all the panels that we just collected. So it's a nice forest there. So it's basically an unlimited supply of plates or wire or rubber, depending on what the RNG is in terms of its drops. Yeah, even the space debris here, even all this stuff, it all respawns. So don't worry about mining out an area. It all comes back. What the heck was that? There he is. All good. So you can see running first person, it does this little jump and then you stall, whereas running in third person, not too bad. And we want to go to these red dots over here. We don't want that rock. Do we want that one? Oh, we do want this one. Because we do want the titanium and the copper and the gold. It's getting late. Let's get back to the base. Our temporary. But I can put it over here. And as you can see, I'm hiding inside the little hut. And get out of my face. Yeah. So it looks like we actually do have to hop out of the. Let's put those in too. What are you doing? Get out of my hut. So difficult to get good help these days. So, we're up to 21 points already on the engineering stats. Let's do some spending. What do we need? We need a 9 for that. And we need a 12 for that. So we can now build our habitat. So it didn't take that long, did it? So, what, maybe an hour and a half? Nearly less than an hour and a half into it. And I was being quite relaxed. I wasn't frantically hunting for everything. So we now have enough to do some more things. What do we need? We needed 14 for that. 8. 10. See, we could get to the computer, and I can build that and decrypt all those data disks. So that might be an option. I could build some more batteries, but that little helper is annoying sometimes, so you can't actually take the batteries out of it. So once you put the batteries in, they're gone. You can't get them back. So so 18 science to get to there. I've got 12. I need 6 more. 14 science to get to there. 22, 18. So that's 40 science. I need to finish those 2 plus. So that's 54 science I need there. Let's just start building our habitat first. Let's see what we need. Glass. Okay, so we need glass. In order to have glass, we need to build a shovel somewhere. Let's see. Where do we build the shovel? I was fairly sure it was either at the furnace or the... Oh, wait. I think it was in the forge. We need 4 plutonium. I think we have 4 plutonium. We have 8 plutonium. Let's build ourselves a forge. They're not small, and we just got a heap of science for it. So we've got more of that. Let's be paranoid and bump up the health a little bit. So we need a shovel. So we need steel plate, which we have lots of at the moment. Let's build that. So a conduit bender here takes that. But no, was it the conduit bender? It was steel. Steel, you can either use your base minerals, they're very common minerals, or you can also build steel by recycling barrels. Barrels, once we've researched it, requires lots of steel. So for the 2 steel you get out of a barrel, you've got to spend 3 plus titanium plus copper. So yeah, I can tell you that I never use that, and I use that. And if I have an excess of barrels, then so be it. Okay. Did I build on a sandy spot? No, but it doesn't matter. Nope. And every time I collect some sand, that's 2 science. So if I collect 50 sand, that's 1 science point. So that's a bit of a tedious grind. What can you do? How much sand do I have at the moment? 18. How much do I need for a habitat? 5. And it takes 2, so I'll get 9 out of that. But I'll tell you what, I'll leave it there, and I'll do some more collecting of minerals and whatnot, and we can build the habitat in our next episode. So thanks a lot. I know it was a long one, but thanks for sticking with us. Okay, see ya.